What was that?
Did
I just see an iPhone drop from the sky?
That was an iPhone falling from heaven.
Or falling from Australia.
Oh, I like that better. Guys, welcome back to Genius Bar. I'm officially going white this year. I've decided. I'm keeping white.
Okay, the choice has been made?
They say white is what, John? White is...
I don't want to answer that question. I think
white is the best color. They say white is the best color this year? Wait, what were you going to say?
I don't know. I don't know what you were setting me up for. That's why I just steered clear. I didn't get white because I'm a man that loves other men of color. Like this here blue.
That looks so good. It's not even...
Doesn't it?
It just looks... Oh...
It looks phenomenal. You should be jealous, really, is what should be happening. I'm glad you have 120 hertz. Actually, no, you don't. You have 80 hertz, so I hear.
Oh my god. No, it's 120. It feels
No,
so
I'm believing
good.
I'm believing a single tweet that I saw once yesterday.
Same. I've never been happier, and by never been happier, I mean got a video, got my kind of... Well, you put out your 16 review today.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. That's why I look like this. I haven't been Thank you. Thank you very much. I had never worn a hat in... Have I ever had a hat on a podcast? It's just kind of what day it is.
That's a good question.
I have been...
Yeah, that's fine.
I have been a sweaty vegetable trying to get this video done. I don't even... I mean, Sam knows. This video was originally a different video like 5 weeks ago, and it has become... I'm just glad it's out. I'm very happy it's out.
For real.
It's been a nightmare.
Dude.
I don't know if I told you this, Sam, but I recorded 9 hours.
For that one episode, or total from the beginning to the end?
No, just for what you saw today. Like, so I filmed once.
What?
We wrote the script 3 times, and then I was like, okay, this is the one. I filmed. It took me 3 hours to film. Finished.
I feel you.
I edited the whole video, and then, like Sam, decided I fucking hate it. So I scrapped the whole thing. We wrote another script, 3 revisions of that. I recorded again, but for some reason I was like, I'm going to knock this out tonight. I recorded just by myself, recording in like the middle of the night. I feel good about the footage. The recording went really, really well. I'm happy with my delivery of stuff. I put it in Final Cut. By the way, there's another 3 hours. Completely out of focus the whole time. I have never been so heartbroken in my life. So then, film again. The next day, I'm the same script. I'm saying the same shit over and over again. Re-record the next day. Then something's wrong with my beard in the recording. Like the collar of my shirt hit my beard, and it's like this. It's like way out here. Oh. So then we did pickup shots. Half of that video they're different days. I tried to look the same, but the video is they're different versions of me. I
didn't notice.
That video is held together with thoughts and prayers, and I'm just glad it's out. Hope people liked it. I don't ever want to hear about it again.
It's funny. I'd call it a mini JP for my next video.
Hit me.
Or I guess a mini Sam if I'm the originator of the re-record.
Okay, you are.
I was up till... Dude, first of all, last year I came back from Australia. I slept a little late one day, and I was good. Like, ready to rock and roll again.
Uh-huh.
Not so much this year.
You're getting closer to 30, Sam. It's harder to recover, man.
Let me just walk you through my week. The first day I got back,
Mm-hmm.
I went to bed at 1 a.m.
Yes.
because I was trying to get through the day. I get back to LA at 6 a.m. I have the most productive day I've ever had in my entire life. I'm like,
what day was this?
This is what happens when you wake up early.
What day was this?
This was Tuesday morning in the U.S.
Okay.
So we get back at 6 a.m. LAX, go through everything easy, get back home. I'm home by like 7:30 a.m. I have the most productive day I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
And then all of a sudden, it was like I was up early. I was feeling it. I got like a little breakfast burrito with Luke. It was delicious. Very fun. Very productive. And then I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I set my alarm for 11. I was like 11 a.m. the next day. Like, I'll let myself sleep in a little bit.
Good luck.
And then all of a sudden, It was 4:30 p.m.
Was this the day that I like had to check on you, make sure you were alive?
I think it was.
Yeah.
The pulse check.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh man, this is tough because even though I'm like still tired and out of it, also, you know, it's one of those things where I'm not going to be tired when I need to be.
Yeah. Yep.
So that night, I decided to go to bed at like 2, and then I woke up at 2 the next day. So it's like, okay, we're making progress.
Yeah.
All right, maybe 2 or 3. But then the night after that, all hit the fan. I was feeling I could be getting sick. Maybe I'm getting
that's
got-
the Sam I know.
And I was like, I gotta record at least this next video before the end of the month. So it's not an option to record it every other day. And I didn't know for sure, but I was like, just in case I wake up, because last time I got back from Australia, I got sick. So I was like, just in case, I'm gonna record tonight. I don't know what happened, but I was working. I started like at 11 or midnight just because it was like I'd done other stuff that day. So I like started to work on this video. It was 5:30 a.m. when I turned off the camera. And I wasn't tired.
Holy shit, dude.
So then I go to bed.
Oh my God.
And then I don't fall asleep for 2 hours. I'm just bing bong, thoughts in head, crushing anxieties of the world.
If he's not sick, he's anxious.
So then I wake up the next day, I'm not sick. And I'm like, well, then why did I record? What was all this for? And then guess what? The day after I re-recorded and rewrote the whole video again.
Yes! Oh my fucking God! I used to make fun of you for that, and now here I am.
It was all for nothing that I stayed up. Well, okay, that's not true. Staying to 5 a.m., here's where I was. The video would have been fine. It just wasn't as tight as I wanted. I've noticed that when I write my videos, it's crazy how like
you don't say.
I mean, every word means something, and it's way more polished. And so the video you'll be seeing coming out on Saturday, which is probably the same day as this podcast. That was also recorded, I think, but I got done with that at 4 a.m. So really not bad at all.
Can I ask? Well, since it's going out today, what can I ask? What it is?
I mean, you can ask regardless, but
what is it?
It's my iPhone 16. Like, here's what the dealio is with the 16 Pro.
Is it a review?
Spoiler. I mean, yes, but also reviews are boring and silly.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna do I'm doing my own. Basically, what I've been doing with Apple products recently, I'm talking about the things that I find interesting, like the fact that there's 2 big problems and both the flagship features this year suck. That's what the video is about.
Yeah.
It's about
and the iPhone's just
Apple
a prop.
intelligence. It's basically just about. I mean, it's about the iPhone 16 Pro, but it ends with a more reflection on Apple as a company and how they're really in a tough spot because now that they've delayed it and people have bought their phones and paid for things, if they don't deliver perfectly on all of these features, like if Genmoji is glitchy or it's ugly when you make stuff, or if the new Siri doesn't actually know your personal contacts, because keep in mind, we haven't actually seen a demo of Siri working.
No, that's too much to ask, all just,
Sam. It's vaporware right now, except for the glow. And I just think Apple is in a precarious spot to erode their customers' trust. And people are going to be pissed that they bought this phone for these AI features.
Yeah.
Apple, I mean, I basically highlight how, like, Apple, not only did they show it in the intro video, not only have they made ads about Siri, they colored the New York store rainbow.
Yeah.
For a feature that's not even out. That's insulting.
Yeah.
To the people that bought it.
And the people that are walking into that New York store, they don't know they don't know to expect that in October. They're turning on their phone and going, where the hell is that? Where's Siri? Where's the new Siri that I just saw?
There's a bit in my video, and that was really, because, okay, some of this video is repetitive for the previous iPhone 16 has a problem video that I made. That one was more like, I think this could be a big deal, but we'll see. Now that the phone's out, there's a part in my video where I talk about how when I turned on my phone and I went to ask Siri something and I saw the old Siri, like, it took me aback.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah.
and Apple did this and it was really sneaky. I've mentioned this before, but when all the people went hands-on at Apple Park with the phones, they had the iOS 18.1 beta on them.
Yeah.
Because that had the rainbow Siri. It wasn't actually what customers were getting.
I
in the
was
box,
getting
and that's
comments like
so-
that under the video today when I was like, it's not coming until next year. They're like, you can't mislead people. It's out right now and the beta. And I was like, if it's in the beta, it's not out. Like,
No, 99% of iPhone users are never installing a beta because they don't even know betas exist.
yeah. They're like, a who? A
So
beta
that's-
what?
And it's like, yeah, there's a public beta now for the tech freaks like us that want to touch it. But no, like I said, like if my mom, I guarantee if my mom went and saw to a store today and bought a phone with Apple Intelligence, she would come home and say, she would call me and be like, hey, where's all the, like, how do I get the Siri?
How do I turn it on?
You like that kind of vibe, you know? And it's like, oh, mom, they actually just gaslit everyone this year. And yeah, I am fed up with all these reviewers that go hands-on that's just like not really saying that. They're just going along with
Well,
it.
because if they want hands-on next year, they got to play
that's
ball
not
this year.
necessarily- It's not necessarily how it works, but it doesn't. It's just not a good look for all these people that I respect to be like. And I think like Mr. Who the Boss did a great job. I mentioned this. I'm frustrated as somebody in media as a peer to see people that I look up to falling into Apple's marketing tricks.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I feel like we're all better than this. And
I don't
people
even
have
know
called
if they're
me out when I've done
falling
stuff in the
for
past,
it.
and-
Like there's there's like a handful, maybe less than a handful of us in the community. I'm not including Sam and I, that are like untouchable in terms of you can push back towards Apple and they will still have you back next year and they'll still give you the next phone. But the majority of the other people they don't have that same relationship with Apple, and so they have to be a little bit more careful. And them choosing to be careful, I don't know, man. It's not like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to make it like a good versus evil thing because at the end of the day, none of this shit is that serious, right?
Agreed.
But like Apple, more than most other companies, is very like average person centric, and it is not fair to the majority of their customer base that like Sam said, and I had a line in the script in the first one that I think I deleted, but it was like they did this in exchange for your trust. Like they just like they gave up some of your trust to be early with this AI announcement. And Sam just said the same thing, and that is like so true. How many times can they do this before it's I mean, even this one time, it has people like Sam and we have an Apple podcast. And we're sitting back like,
we're the
what
number
the
one
hell?
fans.
Yeah, we're like, what the hell? So, like, how many times can they do something like this to where it's just, like, no longer acceptable?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. And yeah, like you said, it's not a good versus evil thing. I get it. Listen, I wish that I could just be like, look at the new pretty phone, enjoy. And that would be so fun. That would be so much fun, and I'm genuinely so jealous that people just get to go to the Apple events 3 times a year, show the new colors of the stuff and smile, and move on with their life and be happy. But I'm a freak who gets way too involved in all of this, and I get mad about everything because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna own up to that, and that's why I care so much about this, and that's why I'm making this video about the 16 Pro because I am frustrated.
Yeah.
And I knew about all of this. Like I knew I've been covering this for months.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not even that. I go further in the video that I talked about before as well to say not only is it not coming at all in any form until October, it's the fact that when it comes, it's only going to be some stuff and they have not yet committed to a release date for anything else.
Yeah. And the fact that like I'm trying not to yell because people are very upset with us yelling, but we are so in our feelings. You guys don't even understand how much this burns our balls.
You guys don't get it.
It's like, okay, not only is there no like official release date, because why would there need to be transparency with customers that just bought your phone? That would be silly, right? But also, the fact that it's only some of the features and only in the US at first with no real like commitment to a timeline for anybody outside of this country is wild.
This
is iOS 18. By the time this whole rollout's complete, it's going to be iOS 19.
Exactly. And
we're going to be gearing up for Dub.
And the other thing is, okay, that's one thing, right? Like the Apple Intelligence isn't here. I sort of had touched on that before. But the thing that I was like, and you touched on this in your video too. I was like, there's no way Apple can mess this up, right? It's the new camera control button. Like, obviously, if the Apple Intelligence isn't here, they have to nail the one actual new feature this year. And Apple always does that. 3D Touch, I believe they nailed it. Touch ID.
Oh, dude, 3D Touch to this
ID,
day.
They nailed it.
Oh, I miss you, 3D
Right?
Touch. My favorite feature ever.
Me too. Bring it back. It was
can't
so good. I used it all the time.
I can't believe they wanted to save a couple dollars on display stuff, so they just canned the feature. Like, what is that? Are you writing a Sam video, Tim? Why would you just get rid of the feature? I was enjoying it.
And then every time that I try to use this button, I was just out filming it. You should hear some of the outtakes of just my cold B-roll.
I can imagine.
Getting mad.
Yes.
Because I just want to zoom in and it's not scrolling. And
yeah.
I've gone into, for everybody, just transparent. I've gone into settings. I've messed with the sensitivity. I've tried all the different options that Apple gives you to make it better, and nothing's made it better.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say that I'm so grateful and I'm so glad and I'm so happy that out of all times for you and I to be on the same page, it's right now. Because this is a very pivotal time, I feel like, for this company. And if we didn't agree, I think it would be a problem. But we both very much agree. And now I have a question, because I also listened to the Genius Bar comments last week, because we were just whining. What do we know? Change the accessibility settings. Okay, I did that. Have you noticed that the friction is weird physically on the button? And especially in a case like, I know that people are upset about third-party cases having a cutout, but that is the best way to handle this button, because covering the already weird button with something more weird and making the friction between my finger and the button even harder is worse. It looks better, but it's worse to use. And the amount of times I've accidentally hit this piece of shit button, I don't even...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I sit here now. Basically, what happens with this button is every time I sit back and I haven't used it for a bit, like right now, if we're doing this show, I look at it and I'm like, oh, but it's kind of fun to zoom in. And then I realize that actually using it in the wild just isn't practical, because you can zoom with your fingers like you've always been able to. Another bit in my video that I show is, which you'll have seen, but I just show how it's slower to do that, the camera control, than everything else. When Apple in their marketing video calls it an innovative new way to interact with the camera.
Okay, yes.
It's reiterative. Like, it's not even iterative. They're just reiterating things. And I'm just a bit confused. How you can bork the two big features.
Yeah, like in the video today, it was just like I showed how, okay, here's the process of zooming with this button, but if I just go like this on the screen, it's done.
Yeah. And
so, yeah, anytime I pick up my phone with my left hand, every time I hit this button accidentally with my thumb. Every time. And the fact that, not only do we agree, but similar things are happening. Like you said, there's recordings of you getting mad. There's so many times where I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. Just in the, trying to do one thing to have it recorded, and it's not working.
I was out in Hollywood yesterday filming B-roll. And I always go right before sunset just because the lighting's the best. And it's right about, just everything looks. I feel like that characterizes my video. My two landmarks for the way that I shoot B-roll for video, I'd call it guerrilla style, which is just kind of run and gun, mainly handheld. And then two is light, just golden hour, very soft lighting. And I've just noticed that's kind of the way that most of my B-roll looks. But I was so excited. I had this incredible shot over the Hollywood Reservoir. It was going to be so good. And it took 4 different 4 different minute clips of me just with one hand, I was trying to double tap, switch to one different setting and tap again. And I literally could not do it with a single hand. I could not do it. And I was getting so frustrated because I was like, I just need this one shot. The sun is setting. Everything in Apple's marketing says that this is magical. And all I am left with is frustration. It's not to say that the button is useless. I actually like that there is a physical camera button because it means that I can remap my flash up here really easily.
It is a good idea. Button. That's why we were excited about it all year with the leaks.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And I like that you can remap the camera app. I've been using Halide a ton on here. And then when I just right now, it just randomly zoomed into 1.2x. I don't want photos that are cropped in because then they look bad. That's digital zoom. It's basically encouraging digital zoom. And it's just, yeah. It like you said, the software, and I said the same. It's so funny because I didn't know what you said in your video until today, but I had written and recorded my video 2 days ago. So
and probably 3 times.
A lot of people might be like, yeah, and a lot of people might be like, oh, you just saw a Jon video and copy. We're just kind of saying the same thing.
That'd be incredible if I know how Sam's working on videos lately. I would be mind-blowingly impressed if somehow he got a video out in 24 hours.
Yeah, fair. That was only like the I guess that was only the drop test, and that was a mid video anyway. Speaking of which, can I give a public thank you to somebody?
Of course.
9 to 5 Mac, I love you.
Okay, we're thanking 9 to 5 Mac.
They are the sweetest. Okay?
Okay.
They posted my drop test, and they are just the best. They look at how they phrase this. This was so sweet.
Our friend
Cole traveled all the way to Australia just to be one of the first to test the iPhone 16 Pro durability. That is so sweet. They were so nice.
They actually just earned some points for me for talking about you like that. Good job, 9 to 5 Mac. Who wrote this?
And also, this is Chance, my boy. I mean,
Chance. It couldn't come from a better person.
Let's just say this. I think there's a big reason 9 to 5 gets to go to all the Apple events, and it's because they're the fucking goats. Okay?
They're the fucking goats.
Say that. But also, yeah, obviously, more than just... I mean, Chance has been the editor-in-chief. This site... 9 to 5 Mac is the goat. However...
Oh, shit. I didn't know there was a turn.
With another site. Bro, get a load of this.
Get a load. Oh, no. We're going to Mac rumors. Oh, no.
You ready to get a load of this?
Oh, God. Where's this going? I don't want to be disappointed with Mac rumors. Please don't do this to me.
They did the same article that came out 2 days after 9 to 5 posted theirs.
Wait, what the fuck?
And they did not include mine. They included this video that has... They included a drop test from a channel with 13,000 subscribers, which is great. I'm sure he deserves it. And a video that has literally 17,000 views. Yet mine is just not here.
Did we do something to them?
Weird? Don't you think that's just slightly weird?
Okay, have you been on a previous episode called 9 to 5 Mac the Goat before? Because that might be the reason.
I just want to say I think there's some beef, but I love you guys. I do love Mac rumors, and I
love Mac rumors too.
Secret. I actually read Mac rumors like more often than 9 to 5. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I'm being honest.
9 to 5 is like a good, like, if I'm not doing anything, I'll load up 9 to 5, right? Just to like browse and let them steer me. But if I like want to know what's going on, I'm probably gonna load up Mac rumors. You know.
Here's the way I look at these sites. Mac rumors is the best at like the breaking news, getting stuff out super fast. 9 to 5 is really good at like the analysis and what this means. And also the exclusives at 9 to 5 are crazy, and more or less. That also leads us into, did you see that one of the big Apple sites is shutting down?
IMore, yeah. It's like...
Dude, this is crazy.
That actually bums me out. Yeah, they reached out and asked if I'd be on their podcast. Oh, I don't know if I should say that.
I was on an episode a few months ago.
Like they're
Wait, is the podcast still going?
No, they're... The people from maybe starting a new, keeping,
Gotcha. Yeah, so which is crazy. And they're leaving the site up, which that domain IMore has got to, that's a short ass domain.
How many years? Like decades, right? 15 years maybe?
Started.
15 years. Yeah.
One of the first Apple blogs I ever read, and it's really sad to see that they're going.
It's our fault, People are watching new media rather than reading it, and we are to blame.
Yeah. It was interesting. Very interesting to see IMore shut down. Very sad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's never that's never a nice thing to see. I loved IMore. They were always very, very good to me. All the people there are great. Steven's hilarious. Connor is also great. You know, I love IMore. Renee Ritchie, was with IMore for a long time.
He made that site what it was. He was the main driver of care and access, and he made it great.
Fallen hero.
So very sad. Almost seems like we need to make Apple great again, don't we?
We really do need to make Apple great again.
You could say MAGA.
MAGA. Yeah, MAGA sounds like a very unique, never used before thing that could be very marketable. There's like an open avenue for MAGA.
Yeah, nobody's ever done it.
Nobody.
Make Apple great again.
Not a single person.
It just has a ring to it.
Make Apple great again.
I could see myself yelling that outside of like Apple.
An IHOP.
And also an IHOP.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Sam. I didn't want to get serious. I thought we were going to do a fun, whatever episode, and then I remembered there is no fun left.
No, it's been sucked out of us.
So I read the comments on Genius Bar, right?
Oh no, I didn't read them this week. Were they rough?
No, not all of them, but I read some comments on the last episode and like some from my video today, but mostly from the Genius Bar episode. And those are the people that I like to listen to the most because they have given us the most of their time, right? They spend so much time. Think about how many hours they spend with you and I between our videos and the podcast every week. And a lot of people said that we were just whining and that iOS 18 is great. So I wanted to ask, are we overreacting? Like, are we wrong?
So here's where you and I differ a little bit. I think iOS 18 is great.
Oh, really?
I really like iOS 18, and I think it runs real. Like I've had almost no bugs on my device.
Okay. I'm so happy for you then.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this is sick. I am so happy with where we're at. I love iOS 18. I think
you're
it's
getting
great.
tricked by their marketing because they gave you dark icons that you can customize.
I like it. But yeah, as we go into the camera, that's where some of and like I'm also a sick freak that thinks that looks cool, the little camera UI, even though it's just overlapping. I like that, even though it's weird.
They didn't. Literally, it's the same camera app, and they just went, okay, but what if we put this on top? Like.
Yeah, but it was cool. So that's where I think we differ, because I like all of that, and I think you have had a bad experience, and that's fair. I'm not here to devalidate you. I've just had a really good experience across the board with the
Well, I'm
software.
really glad
and
that you have.
My peeves are more with camera control and Apple Intelligence being the mess that it is.
Sam, I heard a rumor. Do you want to know what the rumor is? Are you curious?
Should I just say?
I heard that you have a dinner tonight.
I thought you might follow up.
I heard you have a dinner tonight. Is this true?
I might have a hot date.
A hot date? Okay, well, when you're leaving the house, there's certain things that all men are going to check, right? Before you leave, you're going to make sure you got your phone, because no one wants to leave without their phone. Your wallet, it's important to pay for the date. Keys to drive to the date, but also you're going to look at your hair. How am I looking? Do what? Do I look handsome this evening? And what if some people look in the mirror, Sam? I heard this is also a rumor. I've heard some people look in the mirror, and they're not as confident because their hair is dissipating.
That would be really frustrating if you based your self-worth on your appearance, but it is.
Well, if you do, boy, do we have the sponsor for you.
If you're like the other 1 billion of us that do, we've got the sponsor for
Hims.com
you.
is here to sponsor the show. Listen, no man wants to lose his hair, but for men, it's actually very common. And now with Hims, the solution is simple. Try Hims Hair Loss Solutions, and you'll be joining hundreds of thousands of subscribers who get their flow back. You ain't alone. Because listen, there's nothing worse than losing your hair and then waiting forever for it to grow back. That's why you need Hims, so you can start seeing hair grow back in as little as 3 to 6 months. Also a rumor I'm hearing.
Listen, dude, they offer personalized chewable oral spray serum treatment options so you can find what works best for you. It's 100% online, simple. Just answer a few questions. Medical provider determines whether or not treatment is right for you. And if it's prescribed, the treatment is sent directly to your door. I've been a user of what is it? The minoxidil is what I use. It's like a foam.
Yeah, I
put in
also
my hand
do
that I put in
minoxidil
my
and
hair
finasteride.
Yeah, I use it every day. It's definitely improved my hair, and well, I can't speak for you because I don't know your hair, and you need to talk to your medical prescriber. But I can tell you it's worked for me. So,
well, also the best part is
Guys.
like finasteride is very important for me because I feel like a lot of people are like, well, my hair's fine, so I'm not going to subscribe to Hims, but that's where it gets you because when you notice you're losing you're losing your hair, that's when it's starting to be a little bit too late. If you take finasteride, you can start today preserving the hair that you have. That's the best part. I started early before I started losing my hair because my grandpa, he didn't have any hair. Lots of men in my family didn't have any hair. So the second I was able to get a subscription to Hims, I did it.
hell yeah, guys! Start your free trial. Start your free online visit today at Hims. Could you imagine if they trialed the hair? They're like, we'll see. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/genius. That's HIMS.com/genius for your personalized hair loss treatment options. Hims.com/genius. Of course, results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and, of course, important safety information.
I did not get a free online appointment.
Yeah, I had to pay for my dermatologist back.
That's
in the day,
ridiculous. Hims.com/genius, the best secret in the biz. Thanks, Hims. Okay, so I have been I think I brought this up a couple times, but many episodes ago, you put something in my head that I have not stopped thinking about, which is like,
yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Is Tim really it? Like, like I felt historically very good about Tim Cook as CEO. And there's no doubting, the data and the numbers behind that man. He made Apple what it is. The trillions and trillions of dollars happened under that man. But the two Tim-centric projects that we have seen are very scary. And it's like, I have never seen... You know what? Maybe it's not that Tim was this way the whole time, but what I'm seeing right now is that Tim is like shook for the first time in his tenure at Apple. Like they were always used to being on top, having no competition, being able to just do whatever they want, take their time and be Apple and ignore everybody else. But lately, it really seems like Tim is frantic. Like decisions are being made without thought. Like they're not thinking through things. They're just jumping to things like Apple Intelligence being randomly announced at WWDC when it's actually not ready until iOS 19. By the time it rolls out on iOS 18, we're going to be watching Dub. It's just like what? Yeah. And the Vision Pro was clearly too early and misstepped. It's just like, and that's in the same year, ish. Same 12-month period ish.
I've been thinking a lot about Vision Pro lately. And
it's kind of scary because we have the number one Apple podcast in the world. We're the number one fans. And
yeah, I'd say that.
We can't keep coming on here upset, Well,
here listen.
I'm listening.
I very much went back and forth with my video. And I think the reason that I rewrote it is because the first version leaned a bit more on the, this is dumb, rather than this is an analytical response. And it was a bit emotional. I think the second one is very first of all, I don't know. I've had a very big realization that, not that this wasn't always the case, but the only power that you and I have is that I think people broadly, again, not everyone, right? But I think people broadly trust us and they trust what we say. Like they'll believe us when we say something, right? Because we either A, follow through on things, or B,
until we launch a wallpaper app.
We'll get to that.
We're just one step away.
Yeah, we are. And when we mess up, or at least myself in particular, I think I'm pretty accountable.
Yeah.
And everybody, you better be proud. I did not work with Casetify this year, and that bag would have been good. That bag would have been thicky.
Thicky?
Did I want to?
Thicky.
Did I want to work with them?
Shit.
Not really. I actually really ESR's stuff is great. And Rhino Show working with them too. Anyway, there's a lot of great options out there. But
shit.
I think the problem is that sometimes the honesty is just like not fun, and it's not what people want to hear.
I absolutely agree. That's why I scrapped the first video.
It.
My first version was very whiny, like you said. Like I think at one point I was actually like getting emotional and loud. Doesn't make for a good video.
Yeah, exactly. It comes across as very just emotional, not good. So I think this new video that I made, I did the A-roll. I think it's.
Is it done? Like, can I watch it?
And like matter. No. Only. I mean, it's the A-roll. Like the story is done, but the editing is not done yet.
Yeah.
I have to throw in a bunch more clips. I mean, it'll be out tomorrow. Fuck. I should. I'm gonna have to go out today. Yeah, I got a busy night ahead of me, but I was really excited to enjoy it. Maybe, but anyway. I mean, I'm excited about the video, but I'm also frustrated by what Apple's been doing, and Apple's doing it to themselves. Like these AirPods Max that they released are stupid. The Apple Watch Ultra 2, it's incredible. Like look, it matches my little hoodie. I look all dainty and cute like. And it's worth every penny. I love my black Apple Watch, but it doesn't make any sense. And a lot of things that they're doing seem very masquerading the smaller boxes as environmental wins, when really it's just so Apple can fit more on a pallet. Like they made the iPhone box smaller again and changed the layout because it means that they can fit more on a pallet. And X more iPhones per pallet means X less trips they have to make across the sea, or air predominantly for Apple products. It's via. Yeah, it's just.
You also informed me before the show that your AirPods Max, there's no way to plug them in. Like
they just didn't release a USB-C to
3.5. What a ridiculous thing.
It's just not out. So I guess if anybody knows, I actually would love to know the answer. Is it possible to like plug in because Apple makes a USB-C to 3.5 female. So then would I just manually plug in
I'm sure someone has made
cable
it
from the rest?
Right? Like on Amazon
I don't
something?
know. I don't know the answer. And the reason I ask this, and people would be like, duh, obviously that would work. The reason I ask is because Apple's cable that was Lightning to 3.5 was the only cable in the world that worked with AirPods Max. There is no other cable you could use that would give you that instant hardwire, no lag connection.
Yeah.
So,
do you think this would work?
Does it look like it would work?
It's just USB-C to 3.5.
I guess order it for me, babe, and let me know.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I am. It's 39% off right now. Here we fucking go.
Oh,
we're getting
really?
a
It's
deal.
A steal.
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy. Okay, I mean,
scrolling
we'll
to
see.
find your
Next
address.
Dude, you don't
on my
have.
Amazon?
I was actually joking. Please don't buy it for me. How much is it?
There it is. Okay.
Oh my god.
It gets there Sunday, the day of your Lord.
Yay.
Hooray.
Well, let me know how much I owe you for that.
You don't owe me. It's a gift from your bud because I found a deal on Amazon. I probably should have looked at the reviews. I was just like, sure. That looks like it'll work.
Okay, well then next episode on the Genius Bar, we will test out. Does it work randomly?
Well, now I feel like I should like get one that looks good, you know? I just fucking picked one.
Cool.
Apple.
So yeah.
Hey! Oh no, disregard. I'm an idiot. It's the exact. I thought they had released one, but it's the adapter you were talking about.
Yeah.
False alarm.
Again, but then it's like, am I gonna have a little dongle hanging down? That's gonna look so stupid. Can't have a dongle
Is there a delay
hanging from my ear? There's a slight Bluetooth delay, but it's not as bad as I initially remember it being.
Okay.
So it's doable. It's just not as good as USB or Bluetooth 5.3. So it's just, basically, it just feels like Apple is getting
sloppy.
I want to say something, and I know it's like a lazy thing to say, but I'm actually feeling it and noticing it in new ways.
Okay, we're listening.
Okay, what's the number one reason people say Apple does anything? You know the answer to this.
The number one reason they do anything? Money?
Yeah, like makes any There we go. Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Whee!
So it's really annoying to hear, like all these analysts are always like, oh, Apple did this to cut costs. You have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do I, okay? We're all fucking lost here. But what I'm trying to say is this. I am feeling more so with a lot of evidence that Apple is making decisions for money. Like Gurman says that with the AirPods Max, he writes that it wasn't worth it for Apple to do anything other than USB-C because it's not a high-margin product. Okay, you realize Apple was made on the Mac. Was the Mac a high-margin product? Like, what if Apple back then would have been like, PC's not really worth it. We're just going to kind of give up. Like, and yet I notice it. New colors in a USB port after 4 years? It kind of sounds like you didn't want to put a few more engineers on that project for some reason. Why would you do that?
Well, he's right.
Just for the sake of saving money. That's silly.
Yeah.
That's not what Apple was built. Apple was not built on cutting corners and making boxes smaller and taking stuff out of the box.
Well, maybe you have to when your sales are declining because you're putting out horse shit.
Well, there we go. I think
you got to make it up for the shareholders.
I think we are seeing a point where, iPhone sales aren't going to be great. And Apple doesn't want to shake the confidence. So they released the iPhone in September. It's software update in October. But really, it's not ready until March, April of next year is when the final Apple Intelligence feature is coming.
There are two big issues here. And it's that, number one, there's only so much you can do with a rectangle. And, every company has explored that. And we're reaching the peak of what these could ever end up being. Like, we don't got much left. We don't got a lot of juice left in this lemon. That's problem number one. The other end of that, which is maybe worse, because the number one is just a natural progression of technology. What's worse is that in this time is the time where Apple decided to stop trying.
Yeah.
So it's like two bad things happening at once. Yeah. It's not like if iPhone 16 sales are lower, part of it's because phones last longer than ever. Part of it's because smartphone, we're reaching the peak of this. But a lot of it is also going to be because it's like this is one of the most confusing launches I can ever remember. Ever. I'm trying to put myself.
Funny. We are literally saying the exact same
thing.
Like, there's a line in my video where I specifically say I have bought every iPhone since the iPhone 4S, and this year something is different.
Yeah.
That's just so funny. Like, you're saying the same thing.
We're the same person.
Yeah.
Do you think like, how when girls are together, their cycles will sync?
Yeah.
Have we been doing this show long enough where our tech cycles they're synced? Our opinions are now synced?
I think it has. Listen, I am excited for... I'm excited and pre-frustrated for the event next month.
Well, I don't even fucking want to talk about that, dude.
Okay, let's save the talk for the next event until next episode. I want to talk about something that has been in the tech community.
Oh, we're doing it?
Yeah, we have to. It's our show.
We do have to do it. We do have to do it. Oh, I've successfully avoided all of this for so many days.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
We know what you're here for anyway.
So,
you bunch of hyenas.
Day, I saw a tweet, and I was like, that's interesting. Marquez Brownlee tweeted, uploading to the App Store. I was like,
what was your initial reaction just to that tweet?
I guess he's making an app, and then it was, I wonder, I guess it'll probably be like an MKBHD, kind of like an all things MKBHD app, maybe for fans, maybe, something like that. That would kind of be like really up his alley.
Yeah, my first reaction was, oh shit. Because, I didn't expect like an MKBHD app. I expected a product. Definitely not a wallpapers app. I expected something to come from him. And because he's been in this business for so long and he doesn't have an app yet, if he's releasing one now, he's older, he's matured, he's got resources, surely it's going to be a fucking banger, right? Surely.
So then he tweets, all right, who's awake for a video and an app drop at the same time? And I was like, oh
boy.
Whoa, what's going on? And then he posts iPhone 16 review. And I was like,
incredible. Like, when he mentioned the whole app thing, I knew it was going to be in his iPhone video. That's like biggest video of the year. That's the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean makes sense. Anyway, it looks great. Whatever, cool. And then he says, and now I'm so pumped to be launching this app. People have asked for where I get wallpapers forever, so here is the answer now and forever: Panels. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I click on it.
Is that how you said it? What the hell is this?
And I'm like, wait, what? It's a wallpaper app?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess the website's fine, but then you start to read the fine print. And do you want to tell them?
Okay. So a few big bad things happened. It really quickly. Back to back.
Yeah.
So first issue is when you go to download the app. I don't know what it is now because whatever. But on launch day, when you went to download the app on the App Store, Apple's very transparent about what kind of data this app is going to collect. Wallpaper app, right? They wouldn't collect anything but maybe like your email. They needed like access to everything, location, just like a lot. There was like 3 panels of privacy warnings from Apple with this app. So, okay, so yeah, already big bad, right? Tracks location, tracks activity. Tracks activity across other companies' apps and websites. This identifier will be used to deliver personalized ads to you. Diagnostics data, which, okay, fine, whatever. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that it is unusable unless you pay $50 lifetime fee, right?
You would think.
$50? I would pay that. That's like forever, though, right?
Yeah.
And what if forever is only 12 months?
See, it's $50 a year.
It is.
My favorite part of Shay's tweet was he's like immediately asked to track app, also tracks location, terrible design and animation, ads are everywhere, $50 a year subscription. Then he ends it with, the wallpapers aren't even good. Which is honestly the biggest crime if you're launching a wallpaper app. And I agree.
I don't want to say, listen, I'm not going to talk shit about any of the artists or anything like that. I'm sure they worked hard.
I'm sure I'm talking about the way the app looks and displays things.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's really bad.
So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm worked up now.
Oh, dude, the ratings are brutal. Yeah, it's just really ugly and bad.
Yeah, design is not great at all. But also, like, if you don't want to pay the 50-year subscription, there are ways to get wallpapers for free. And by free, I mean, at first you had to sit and watch two back-to-back ads that would just interrupt your whole phone screen. You would watch those. Most of those ads were like those fake mobile games, that aren't real.
Those are so weird.
Yeah. The fake mobile game ads. Half of the ads, this is the best part, Sam. Half of the ads are ads for other wallpaper apps.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So, like, clearly he didn't there was no vetting here. And if you do go through the ads, you watch 2 ads, you, in return, get the wallpaper in 1080p. 1080p for watching a minute worth of ads. And you don't have access to do that for all the wallpapers, just like select wallpapers.
I haven't downloaded this. Now I gotta try this for myself. There's no way it's this bad, right?
I like Marquez a lot. I respect Marquez a lot.
Oh, of course.
In terms of wallpaper apps, like Daniel from Zone of Tech, he has wallpapers with a Z. That's an incredible app experience for like that. There's a one-time lifetime fee, but there's also no ads. And I like the way they do stuff in that app. Everything is split up into collections, right? And you either pay for the collections or you get the lifetime subscription or whatever.
Oh, that's the
it's
first
already,
thing you see before
dude.
anything else.
Oh my God.
Why would this
Audio
app need to be
listeners, it's
tracking
immediately
me?
asking him to allow tracking, like before he can even get into the app.
I'm gonna
and with-
skip sign up. I'm gonna turn off. Okay.
With
I'm gonna
with
accept the
wallpapers, I really
terms.
like how they do free apps free wallpapers, because there's collections of wallpapers from artists that you can buy, but each first wallpaper of those collections is free to download in like high quality, not 1080p. Like that's a good experience for the app you're trying to deliver. Some people have taken this weird, like Marquez, this is just a weird cash grab, and he's like he's targeting his audience, and like, or he's tracking you. Like none of that stuff is true. What blows my mind is how out of touch he has to be to not have seen this reaction coming from so far away. Right?
Okay, I have updated thoughts. I actually really like the app, and I think it's really pretty. Like it's
Okay.
very fluid. I like the animations, but let's see what happens. Let's say I want to download a wallpaper. All right, I like this. I like this color one. It kind of looks like Apple Intelligence, right? So we're gonna tap to download. Okay, and then get wallpaper. Obviously, we want to download it. Okay, it says unlock full resolution. Well, obviously, I want full resolution, and that is where it says $50 a year.
My favorite one that was getting tossed around, Sam. There's a wallpaper in there called Orange, and it's just a solid orange color, and you have to unlock it. It's incredible.
So it's 30 seconds to unlock the SD version.
Yeah, it used to be 2 ads. Marquez listened to feedback and has pulled that back. There's now only 1 ad that you have to watch.
I mean, I get they need to make money somehow.
Absolutely.
It does feel scummy, though. There's something about seeing it says reward in 7 seconds in a YouTuber you trust to be promoting it that just feels kind of weird.
It
Like,
feels.
I get where people are coming
I
from,
believe
guess.
him that they built this app from scratch, but it doesn't feel. It feels like someone else built it. Like it doesn't. Like if they really built this app, right? Or Marquez was very hands-on with the app, I don't feel like these decisions would have been made. Like he would have said no. So was he just
I assume-
careless?
I assume he just bought. I thought I saw that he just bought the app and like basically rebranded it.
Yeah, he has said that's false. What happened
Oh, okay.
was he bought the Twitter handle. The Twitter handle has been around since 2020, 2021, something like that. And he did buy the Twitter handle, but the Twitter handle was not attached to a wallpaper app.
Okay.
Yeah,
mean,
it's
this
just
is,
it's just odd. He
It's
could
very
have
interesting.
launched anything and cooked, you know? It's just weird that this is what he chose to launch, and it launched so borked. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I think if you could say one thing about the tech community, as somebody who's been amidst controversy myself, I do think people have the tendency to overreact a bit.
Absolutely. People have overreacted to this and blown it out of proportion so much. People have been talking about this every day. The same people mentioning this every day. Can you imagine thinking that much about this?
Like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, it's just a wallpaper app. I don't know. He's not hurting anybody, really.
Have
Like,
you seen the
it's not a
people say
good
he
one,
blew
but-
his whole reputation for this? Do you agree with that or disagree?
I would say I disagree by saying he loses
Yeah.
his whole reputation on this.
Pretty fair, yeah.
But to be fair, it has, it's made me aware of like when. Okay, to be fair, he is the #1 tech creator. So I guess when he does something,
He is,
he
yeah.
does have to execute really well. I think the stakes are lower for us. I'm just thinking about like merch drops we've done. Like I always take the time to source like high quality materials. You know, always trying to improve printing on things, making sure it's good. A/B
I
testing.
didn't.
Like,
Yeah,
listen to feedback.
you literally. I think you put more like hands-on care into our merch drops than. I mean, I don't know, Marquez. I'm just saying. it seems that Sam has put more effort into MAGA than somebody did with a certain wallpaper app.
But I also think that is reflective. Like, I do care about fashion, and that is one of my passions. And I want to put out a product that ultimately I believe is good. Like, it took me weeks to find just the blank that we're using for the t-shirts. To find the one that I liked. Like, I got 1 or 2 in, and I was like, no, these are dog shit. Like, I would have been so pissed off if we had to sell that. And I found one that felt really good. You know,
and we have a reputation to uphold. The blankets that we've sold, softest blanket anyone has ever touched. We've heard that so many times. We have a reputation.
Yeah. I want to say a secret.
Oh, God. This should be good. Go ahead.
The first Genius merch drop in over a year is happening very soon.
You can't just say that!
I can, because this episode is sponsored by Stamps.
Stamps, no! How could you? You betrayed me. It was a secret. Why are you bringing up Stamps today?
Listen, Stamps not only sponsored this episode of the Genius Bar, they've sponsored our business for years. Here's how this works, John. From small businesses to multi-location organizations, they handle all of your mailing and shipping needs wherever, whenever. You seamlessly connect with every major marketplace and shopping cart. If you sell products online, hey, that's us selling products online. Access the USPS and UPS mailing services you need, yes, to run your business right from your computer or phone anytime. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. It's a 24/7 post office. And while the cost of postage increased in July, Stamps offers crazy discounts. Up to 89% off UPS.
How is that? Is that
rates.
Even allowed?
I don't know how they do it, but
89% is a lot of percent. Like, I'm surprised no one has called the cops on them yet. Incredible
We're
value.
We're 11% off of it being free.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what is free?
Listen.
My time, thanks to Stamps.com.
Wow. You know what else is free, John?
What is? Four things, maybe?
When you go to Stamps.com and enter code GENIUS for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale with no long-term commitments or contracts. That's Stamps.com, code GENIUS. Free up more time for important business with Stamps.com.
Well, I was upset with you for telling our secret, but I guess, now the secret's out. Stamps.com, code GENIUS.
We're gonna do a couple merch drops, I think, back to back potentially. I've got some ideas. I haven't even told you about the other one, but
I was gonna say I don't know about one of these.
We're gonna bring something back that a lot of people have been curious about.
Okay.
So, but yeah, basically, creator people trust. Like, it sort of goes back to trust in Apple and us, and we were talking about people, trust us. Like, it is important that people trust, and absolutely whenever you do something that feels lazy, and parts of that definitely do feel lazy, it
feels weird, doesn't it? Like, I can't wrap my head around what he must have been thinking. Before that video went out, before the iPhone video goes up, when he put out that tweet, video and app upload at the same time, what did he think was going to happen?
To be honest, I feel like I've never made a wallpaper app. I don't care about wallpapers. That's not my passion. But I don't know. I feel like he probably expected a couple people to be like, oh, $50, I'm not interested. I think it was just I think if it was just $50 and nothing else, but it is, it's kind of weird. I mean, the fact that you have to sign up for it is like, it's just annoying. I feel like he had the opportunity to make like actually the best wallpaper app of all time. And instead, he just made another one. And
dude, this was in his lap, waiting for him. That's his whole thing. Like, he even showed that's like no his tracking. His first or second most searched thing is MKBHD wallpapers. This was it. The ball was literally Shaq was holding the ball over the hoop, and all Marquez had to do was go boop and just tap it in.
Yeah, and then, it's just kind of weird. Some of the papers seem good, okay overall. I'm looking at them. I like some of the wallpapers.
The papers.
But I don't know.
What does a 1080p wallpaper look like on your phone?
I think it would look fine on your phone.
You think so?
I assume.
Many pixel density.
The iPhone is barely 1080p.
Is it?
I think. Wait, what is the iPhone?
Shows what
screen
we
resolution?
know.
I don't even know.
1080p wallpaper.
Yeah, this iPhone is 1179 by 2550. So it's 1440. Sorry, basically.
That's still, yeah, that's a little too, that's closer than I want it to be. I literally typed in 1080p wallpaper on Google Images, and the first results are Ultra HD 4K wallpaper. Like, Google's like, yeah, you don't even want that.
Yeah.
1080p
So
wallpaper.
Marquez replied to this stuff and basically was like, we're going to do better, I guess, was the gist of it.
Yeah. It looks okay. This is 1080p. This is not from Marquez's thing. This is just from Google. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. It's just weird. And then, like, what's also ridiculous is, first of all, I don't know if you read the comments on my video, but somehow people are talking about Marquez under my video. Like, one of the top comments was about Marquez. Like, and the video he uploaded yesterday, the day before, like, it's a train wreck. Like, what a brave man to just try to keep pushing forward while everyone else is making, like, they're not going to let him live this down. It's so silly.
Yeah.
People are so silly. And these are people that, like,
but
we're
I'm so back
probably
and forth.
huge fans. People are so fickle. Like, we are just one slip up away from the geniuses turning on us. Like, you're just a case-defied deal away.
If we do some dumb shit, then we deserve to get some dumb reactions.
A dumb reaction is one thing, but they are, like, harassing him under all of his tweets, on all of his videos. It's just a simple, silly choice he made, and we should let him
It's kind of become a
fix
meme.
it.
No, I kind of enjoy it. I mean, I don't know. Listen.
I did see a meme. You know the meme of Marquez dressed up as the Grim Reaper, like, knocking on everyone's doors? It was like Fisker, Rabbit, Apple, and the next door was him. Like his own door. Clever meme.
That is the thing, though, because, yeah, a lot of people were saying, what would he say if he reviewed his own app? And, I mean,
I put it at a bar because
yeah,
I feel like it's appropriate for this conversation.
I could see, yeah, why are they collecting data, though? That's weird.
What do you think's going to happen? Oh, there's the meme. Scroll up. There it is. There it is.
I gotta give that a like. That's funny.
It is funny. Okay, so what do you anticipate happening? Like, do you think Marquez is going to, like, because currently he's not, other than his one tweet that was like, okay, like, we'll change the ad thing. He's not being very public about, like, his response is not proportional to the response he's been getting. You know what I mean? Are we gonna get like an update in a video? Is he going to address all of this, or is he just going to power through it and wait for people to forget? What's the move?
Probably power through. Like, there's no actual. It's not like he committed a scandal or something. He didn't do anything wrong necessarily. People just don't like what he did. Like, it's not like it was like he assaulted. You know, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, wrong.
Yeah.
He's talking about, you know, it in his videos, and, you know, it's cool. I don't know.
Oh, boy. How many views does that video have? Biggest, I mean,
4.5
potentially
million
biggest video of the year, and none of his comments are talking about iPhones. Little bro.
For clarity, Panels is free. No one's, yeah. Ooh.
Oh my God! People quoting him. Oh my God!
See, now
you
that's
guys are
a tough
fucking
one.
brutal. Oh my God! Oh my God! You people are nuts.
Things you could buy for
30 hot dogs from Costco.
$50.
I'm not gonna lie.
You
30
know-
hot dogs sounds like quite the treat.
This is a really good point, though, because I think people do forget, and this is an old media thing. I mean, I remember learned about, like, parasocial relationships in college, and I never really, like, had a word for it. Where, you know, you watch the first time that this popped up was in the 50s and 60s when people were watching, news anchors on TV. They feel as if they are somebody's friend or they really know them in some way. Like they got their back. And the thing about the internet is that, or TV or anything, is that that's not exactly how things work. Like I love meeting folks and I really appreciate everybody saying hi, and it's always awesome to meet fans. But at the end of the day, like, you know a lot more about me than I know about you.
Yeah.
And I make decisions. Well, I shouldn't say I. Most people are going to make decisions that are good for their business. So it's like, why did Marquez make a wallpaper app? Probably because it's going to boost his revenue in some way. Like, people seem to act like, and people don't know. I think a lot of the disconnect, just to finish what I'm saying really quick here, is rightfully so. If, let's say Marquez for example, if a fan of Marquez saw how much he was doing a year in revenue, they would probably be disgusted. I'm serious. And it's not to say that Marquez doesn't deserve it. I have an idea of what he makes a year, and it's fucking insane. Like, rich beyond your wildest dreams. Literally could buy anything he wanted, basically, except probably a private jet, because that's like crazy. But I don't know. He might be getting close to private jet money with the money that he's getting from sponsors and YouTube AdSense, the talking gigs. Like, his deal flow is incredible. One, because he earned it and he's super talented. And two, because he's built up a business around his entire empire. I just think that, and I think he gives off the illusion, which might be doing himself a disservice still, is that it is very, hey, it's me in front of my camera talking about the new Xiaomi phone. Just little old me.
Yeah.
I also have 2 Teslas, a Porsche, multiple houses, all this stuff, but it's just me. And I think people don't understand that it's not. He's got a lot of cash and he wants to make more. That's just what it is. And to be clear, I don't necessarily think that that's wrong. I think him earning money is great and cool because honestly, I also like making money and I love what I do. And why do I put sponsors in my videos? I put sponsors in my videos to make more money.
No.
I know. Am I exposing myself here?
I think we should cut this out of the show. You've said too much.
Why do you put sponsors in your videos? I'm just.
That's what I was going to say. The second you start saying this, you're exposing me too. Like, you didn't even think about our friendship.
I know.
You just really threw me under the bus.
I'm being facetious here, but
people thought I was doing that for free, and you just fucking said it.
I mean, I saw that, and a lot of my evidence for this comes from like, it's always funny whenever I do a drop test. People are always like, "Oh, he does it for views, and then he makes all the money back." And it was somebody did a breakdown of how he's going to make the money. They were like, he gets they're like, he bought AppleCare, he makes $400 in AdSense, and then he'll also get $1,200 from a sponsor.
Where they
so like
get
that'll basically
$1,200.
But I'm saying that because people don't understand.
Oh goodness!
Like, just okay. I'm really lucky to be doing what I'm doing. You've allowed me. All of you have allowed me to pursue my dreams and move to Los Angeles, and I'm very grateful. And that's why I tell the truth, and I feel a responsibility to all of you to be straight up. But I also feel a responsibility to myself to achieve my hopes and dreams, and that includes one day getting a Lamborghini, and I want a Cybertruck, and I want a house in the hills in LA. These are all things that cost lots and lots of money. I'm nowhere near any of that right now. The point that I'm making is that, like, there is sometime when you feel like somebody's your friend, when you feel like they've got your back, and then they launch a wallpaper app. I kind of get the reaction because people are like, well, wait, he's not trying to make money off me, is he? Because then it feels personal. It feels like Marquez is reaching into your pocket and asking for $50.
Especially,
that's not literally
you're right.
what it is.
Especially when one of us fucks up.
People feel that way.
When like people like us fuck up, they're always like, well, at least we still got Marquez. You know, he's perfect, flawless. So I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that's why I think people were so frustrated with me like last year with the Casetify stuff, is because I was like, I'm going to keep taking money from this company that stole artist stuff. And again, that story's been resolved, and I'm going to keep beating that horse forever because it's been a year, almost a year now, and whatever. But, you know, it is, I don't know. It's just been a really weird thing to see, like, whoa, if I ever launch anything, it's got to be perfect. And also, why shouldn't it be? Why would we make anything less than the best? And it is weird to see somebody at his caliber that has a $250,000 camera rig arm robot, a $250,000 robot. And then he's like, yeah, we're going to take all your data because you have to sign it. Like, that is weird. That's a weird thing to say when you could have just made like the best wallpaper app. I don't know. It seems like there would have been a better way to do it.
Yeah, you're right. I would, holy shit. Okay. So building off of what you said, it would make sense, right? If this was a low tier, just getting started startup, right? Building a wallpaper app, and this wallpaper app is their only source of revenue. Then you're fucking hungry, dude. You got to get every ad in there. You got to charge $50 a year. Like, you got to push, right? Because eventually, hopefully, that money will allow you to present a better, more giving app.
Yeah.
That is not the position Marquez is in. Like, this is just money he threw away to, like, try something new. It's not his sole source of revenue. So it's just, that's what I'm saying. It just seems so weirdly out of touch for someone that, like, seemed like he had the finger on the pulse of the whole industry. It's just weird that you would not see this reaction coming. That's why I want to know, like, before the video went out, were they all sitting around, like, and also, did no one say anything around him? Did they all agree?
At the end of the day, and that's the thing about YouTuber businesses that I even struggle with. It's not a... Here's the problem with YouTuber businesses, and this is where things get tricky. It's not an even playing field. Like, his creative designer is not his equal. Marquez makes 90%, and he's going to pay out the rest of the people that he's hired. Like, it's not an equal power structure. There's not four... Apple is run by a board of right? Tim Cook, before he makes a decision, even though he's CEO, the board of directors he showed them Vision Pro and they okayed it too and said, yeah, this is, like, he showed them. If they really wanted to stop that, they could have been like, no, we're not doing this. This is silly. But for these solopreneur businesses like you and I mean, at the end of the day, when we ask one of our people to do something, it's our call. And even if somebody speaks up, and I could see in an organization like that, you might not feel comfortable. Like, I try to foster at my business that people feel comfortable coming to me, but I don't know Marquez. I've met him once or twice. He seems cool. I have no idea what he's like as a boss. I have no idea what the work environment at MKBHD is like.
Yeah.
Maybe it's great. Maybe people feel super comfortable. Maybe he had a round table, or maybe he said, hey, we're building a wallpaper app. Get these assets done by this time. Deliver this on this date.
Do you think they all found out at the same time? That's also how business works.
I'm sure that they knew about it before, but, again, I'm just saying there's so many things that we don't know, and it's the internet, so everybody's going to make assumptions. And to be honest, I don't think Mark has had any ill intent. In the 2 times I've met him, he doesn't seem like that guy. But is he also just, like, a little disconnected? Hell, I'm disconnected at times.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. Happened. Marquez is not trying. He's not out to get you. He's not evil. Yeah. It's just a weird, awkward misstep that obviously none of us saw coming. None of us expected from him, but he's allowed. Like, everyone, like, the memes are hilarious. Those are fine. Yeah. But, like, there are people that are genuinely mad about this all day, and they won't leave it alone. And that part is just like, think about how much time you gave him, right? And how much content he has made for you before the sponsor deals, before being the largest tech channel. Let's, give him some slack. Cut him a little bit of slack. Show some grace. He's allowed to misstep. He's allowed to have a Casetify moment, Yeah. Well... wait till they find out that MAGA is a wallpaper app.
Could you imagine?
It's just we actually just took all the old wallpapers that Apple made. So, like, iPhone 12 and under, and we're just gonna $50 a year, please. Also, your location and your contacts would be great. And we're gonna follow you around to the next app you go to. You don't pay much attention to that, just hit allow. Oh, and here's an ad if you could watch that. It's a cute little game. You can play it, have fun.
Cool.
Well,
Well,
I'm
I
excited
gotta
for
go
your
to
video
dinner.
tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's got to get done, so it's probably gonna.
Yeah,
be
good
long.
luck with dinner and putting the video out tomorrow. If the video doesn't go out tomorrow, I'll know why. Dinner went really well.
Yeah, but the problem is I have to put another video out on Monday. So
Oh Christ!
yeah, I'm a bit screw-a-roni.
You put out like 4 or 5 videos in between my 2 videos this month. You are an insane
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I am.
I have no idea how the hell you do it and sleep and go to dinner. Like what?
That's because I love my audience and I want to give them best videos.
I won't give best videos. Okay, well, enjoy dinner. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully, Apple makes a miracle recovery, and we won't be
It's
upset
possible.
next week. Apple Intelligence will be out next week. The new version of Siri will be there. Oh man, it'll be so great. Camera control will be not redundant. There's going to be all sorts of new features that you can do with it. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited.
And guess what? New Apple event around the corner. They've got one more shot, and I think that they could deliver. That new Mac Mini sounding good. Tune in for
They
more
never
at the
miss
next
Macs.
episode.
At least we can have that to look forward to.
Stay tuned. for
Imagine
another
if they
episode of
find
the
a way to
Genius
mess
Pod.
up Macs this year.
Really sad.
Do you think we're getting a spooky event? Yeah?
I feel spooked.
I want spooky.
Well, I didn't even know if it was playing because I can't hear it because I have no cord.
Yeah, it's going.
My mixer, so I'm okay.
It's going.
I figured when you started bopping your head to a beat that I didn't hear, that I was probably safe.
Oh, I love that you have no idea.
Yeah,
It's
I've
still
not heard
going.
a single sound. Really?
What
What is it saying? Is it
What is
saying
it
Apple
saying?
give me a USB-C
Ba-da-da-da.
3.5?
Oh, it's still going. How long is our song? Here it comes.
Still?
Ba-da-da-da. There it is. It's over.
We're clear?
We're clear.
All right,
Yeah.
cut. Everybody cut.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish we had a team. That'd be so fun.
Cut, and cancel the app. Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, that's all for this episode. Bye-bye.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Hey, John. Now that they can't hear us, I thought we
Hang
should
on.
probably
Let me
talk
cut
about
it. Hang
this.
on. Wait. Okay, I cut it. Go ahead.
Okay, they can't. So this is for sure. Like, there's no way they can hear any of this.
Yeah, I don't even need to be near my mic because it's not recording.
Okay, yeah, I'm really. Oh, I can sit back and stretch. Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Hey, since there's been all this controversy, I think maybe we cancel the Genius app that had the wallpapers. We were going to charge $100 a year for 3 wallpapers.
Okay, what if we did like
Maybe we cancel
what we're good at?
Hmm.
Merch or something
Yeah,
adjacent?
let's stick to merch. All right, cancel the app.
We'll cancel the app. We'll do merch. We'll make Apple great again, I think.
We're gonna make Apple great again. Vote for Genius.
Vote
gonna be
for
good.
Genius is a vote for peace.
Bye.
We're recording!